Alright guys, so I am on my PS4 right now and I am going to be touring a couple of my old survival worlds. We're gonna start with this one. Alright, so this world is one of my older worlds, one of my more favorite ones. Got a little sugarcane farm here, castle, walls looking thing. You can go in the walls and just go in the walls, I guess. Don't know why that's there, but you could also climb up these walls and walk around. That's pretty cool, I guess. This was my first little house. I actually made this little area before all these walls were here. You go down here and I made this little underground base. Just got my chests on each side. Got a little doggy right here. I didn't name him anything. Didn't name this one either. I used to have a portal right here. Chests that. This is the mine. And it goes all the way down here. It was like a strip mine. I think this was for iron. And then down here was my diamond mine. All the way down there. So that's pretty cool. Then going all the way back up. The spiral staircase. And going back out here. Oh my goodness. So then we have this area. All my villagers that I trapped and breeded together. I let them roam around over here in this little area. I blocked off the walls. We got this little section, which I never really completed. I just threw my horse in there. I think I named him Tree. And then over here, this was also just empty, and so is this top room over here. It's just empty for whatever I could have wanted to put in there. Why can't I go down? And then I moved the portal right here. Just this empty little space back here. And then this little hut is the enchanting room. Pretty simple. Got the anvil there. I think these floors are actually bookshelves. No, they're not. Never mind. I am dumb. Yeah, I made a fountain all the way from this tree. Just planted trees on top of each other. And then over here, we got wool chests. Because up here we got every color of sheep. And then right here is the pumpkin farm, the melon farm. This is all potatoes right here. This is all wheat. Then we got carrots, and then we got beetroot right here. So that's probably my favorite part of the castle is the farm on top. And we got chests for each thing, but that's definitely my favorite part. And then over here is a giant mob farm. And there's not really much to this world, but I really like it. This was one of my first long-term survival worlds. There's just a ton of stuff here. Right here was my first house. The front's damaged, suffered from creeper damage, but it held up pretty good. Just repaired it a bunch. Got some sheep in here. Got a little old chicken farm. There was chickens in there. This is an old mine. That was cobblestone mine right here. all sorts of stuff. Yep, lots of stuff in there. There's a little mine cart over there, which will lead to something I will show you later. And then just down here is a giant cave that I used for most of my mining. And then got a little balcony up here. So you climb this little ladder. And to the right, this is the old chest room. And then furnace room, crafting tables. And out here is where I trapped all the villagers. And yeah, there's that. Little bamboo farm right there. And cactus farm. And then we go up here. This is just way too big of a waste of space. And then this was bedroom with not enough beds. And we got something up there. I don't know what that is. But we got a little bell up here. And there's an outlook onto this humongous farm. I was a melon farmer and I just traded with villagers all the time. Yeah. Probably one of the biggest farms I made. But go over here. Hold on. We have an unfinished mob farm over here. Never finished that. And then me and my brothers would play split screens. This was one of my younger brother's houses. It's abandoned. I think I put this dirt thing here. Yeah, there's just a bunch of random stuff. It's all blown up from creepers and not used anymore. Yeah. And then we've got this little statue tribute thing to Jackie, the jack-o'-lantern. And this is my other brother's old house. And I don't know what was in there. Oh, he trapped chickens in there. Where did they... Whoa! I did not know this existed. Hold on. Okay, so that led to nothing. Yeah, he literally just had nothing down here. Oh, that's alright. Then up here, he's just got empty space. And then I built this so that I could get an achievement by building a scaffolding to max height. I think I just put a little thing up there. Just a platform. Anyways, this is my brother's old wheat farm. And over here, we have a panda enclosure where I bred pandas, and there's a chicken in there. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, it took me a while to get those pandas actually. Another unfinished structure, unfinished house. And then there's this thing over here. I made this cool little house. This actually took me a long time to make, but it's a little trap thing, so you can't really, mobs can't really make it in here. You had to climb up that. And then this is there's 2 front doors. But it took me a while to get all these paintings. This is the front little waiting room, I guess you could call it. You could go in here, you could go in through those doors. If you go in through those doors, you go in here. And then I don't know why I have that room. But this is like a mansion pretty much. There's this room. What's this room? Chest room, I guess, that I never finished. This is behind the stairs. Just for fun skis. Another little room over here. This house is just empty. I never did anything in this house. I just filled it with paintings. I don't know why I made that birch. That's a little ugly. What's this room? Oh, nothing once again. What the heck? So this just goes full circle. What's in here? Oh. So is this just a full circle all the way around? Yeah, I guess it is. Well, that's pretty snazzy. Go up here. I just planted trees for whatever reason. That one's too big. I don't like it. That's pretty cool. And then one last thing to show is where that minecart went to. So we get the little minecart track. Let me get a minecart. See where this takes us. Wow, this is slow. There's a dog in there, I guess. Oh, it's scaffolding to get up, I guess. Well, the water's more to get up. And then we're in this cobblestone building. Never really used this ever, actually. It's a little castle-like building. But it gives you a nice view over the whole little thing over here. I think it's pretty cool. Pretty snazzy in my opinion. IMO. But yeah, there's also this lava tower. I never really said anything about that. Alright, well, that's gonna be it for today, guys. See you next time.